And there we go. We are live. So, hello and welcome to today's live interview. I'm going to be interviewing Huggbees, aka Andrew. Go ahead and say hello and give us an introduction of yourself as well.
Hi, I'm the strongest man who's ever lived, and my superpower is to tell other people how strong I am. I don't know. I shit all around the world on the internet. I've done the YouTube. I've occasionally figured out what a stream is. I've looked across the internet and made haha funny tweets, and now I'm currently talking to another fellow person about why I'm so great.
Yeah,
Or
hi.
I don't know why I'm shitty. It's an interview. You could just drop the floor out from under me immediately and be all like, "Where are those kids?" And what did you mean about North Korea being our strongest ally? And just drop all these fucking bombs on me. Who knows?
I'll just jerk your ego off throughout the whole interview.
Oh, that's exactly what I want. It's
Because,
exactly what I come to expect.
yeah, because, you fucking YouTubers love it when your ego is stroked. I
Oh
know I
God.
do.
God, that's the thing now, isn't it? Nearly every big YouTuber on the planet, the content is just evolving into look at me and my crazy life and everything I'm doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't wait
Fuck.
for the fucking Huggbees fucking vlog.
God, I'm trying so hard not to go down that route, man. There are times there's the temptation. I see something online or with people or any of that, and I'm like, man, I should wrap up the old fucking editing software, just turn on my webcam and talk. But I gotta like squeeze my table and split it in half to just not go down that road of making content about myself and my boring life. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
What's the most exciting thing that goes on in the life of Hugbees, aka Andrew?
You know, the sad answer to that question is my life, when you look at it from the top down, is incredibly fucking boring because my brain is moving far faster than my, I don't know, perception would dictate. How do I fucking describe this? So, to the outside, it's like if someone said, "What did you do all last week?" I'd be like, "Oh God, nothing. Oh fuck, I played this game. I worked on this thing, but I got tired and stopped. I don't know." But then like when you actually live in my life, it's like I've got all these things that I'm editing. I'm working on this other project. There's this tiny bit of a game that I'm super into. I'm setting up this new device that I bought for my streams and like it's like every single one of my days is made up of like just spending an hour on something trivial, but it all builds up to some fun end results. So when I talk about individual what I do, it's like fuck, I'm boring. I don't do a goddamn thing every day.
Yeah, same. I don't do shit
Yeah.
either, to be honest.
The
Yeah.
uh the most recent exciting thing is I remembered how good the show Iron Chef is.
Mhm.
Uh and I guess a little treat for all you people listening out there for the 7 or 8 people who actually give a shit that I'm doing this is, I'm gonna do a dub over of Iron Chef, like the classic, like, on Food Network that where they dub it over in English, and it was a Japanese show. But, while I've been doing that, I've just been watching old episodes of it, and that show is fucking great. If you out there have never watched Iron Chef, even if you don't care about cooking shows, fuck Iron Chef America, it blows dick. But Iron Chef Japan is a really exciting and cool TV show, and I highly recommend it.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard of Iron Chef.
Oh, you're missing out, man. You are missing out. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. See, the problem is that this was on when I was like 10 on the Food Network. It's like mid
Ah.
90s, late
Okay.
90s. But
Okay.
it was a show that on Food Network. Yeah, literally, you always know what to expect from Food Network programming, where it's just like, "Oh, I'm Bobby Big Boy, and this is my barbecue fuck fest." Like, whatever. Iron Chef was a show where in the late '90s, Food Network showed up and they went, "How about we make a serious cooking competition, like an actual dead serious one?" So they imported this show from Japan that was already running called Iron Chef, and they dubbed it over with a very off-putting but still fitting dub.
Mhm.
So you'll have, like, these cooks in a cooking competition, and you'll just have this guy come on and be like, "And the challenger now stepping up with a bunch of shrimp and mussels, mixing them together in a mixture for his nice pâté framboise. We hope to see what the challenger will do with this mix." And it's like it's so, like, anime styled, but it's a cooking show. It's great. It's really great. I highly a lot of episodes are on YouTube just as is, and I highly recommend just watching it. It's very relaxing, but very high energy at the same time.
Sounds like a show for boomers like you, Andrew.
Oh, Jesus, the whole boomers term, huh? I guess if we do have this generation gap, I am to you a boomer,
Yeah,
but I don't all right, explain it to me. You're a hip, trendy young man with an up and coming startup in life, and I'm a old crotchety person withering away to dust.
yeah.
What in your mind is a boomer? Just what is the definition?
Well, do you know the Urban Dictionary definition?
Oh god, I should have consulted my sources. N- no, I'm not gonna look it up because I want to hear it from you.
Okay, well, I'll pull it up just to be as accurate as I can be. So let's see here. Boomer Urban Dictionary. Let's have a
Yeah,
look see.
yeah.
All right. A person over the age of 30 that likes 80s rock and Monster Energy Zero Ultra that wants things to go back to the way they were. That's it.
So I hate 80s rock. I will admit I drink Monster Zero Ultra every single day of my life.
Look at
Yeah,
you.
I know, and it's always the white one too, but it's not fair because the white one tastes the best. Fuck, fuck that. Uh, how things were? No, I, I, I think in some things we've gotten worse, but I think in a lot of other things we've gotten better. Like a lot of people don't realize when a lot of people my age when they complain about internet shit, they don't realize that yeah, it's evolved, but it's because it's gotten better overall. I mean, think about fucking dial-up internet and how slow internet used to be. Think when half a gig of RAM and memory was a lot. Think about that. You can't even fit a fucking episode of Game of Thrones on that. We have high fidelity, we have high speed internet, we have more possibilities than ever. I think that if I were locked away from civilization for the rest of my life, I would never again be bored just for the sheer amount of free content that's available now, thanks to the internet. It's insane. It's way better.
How old are you at the moment, though,
I
Andrew? That's my question.
27. I'm an old boy.
Holy shit. Yeah, then
I
you're
know.
fucking 11 years older than me.
It ruins my life to think about 2 things, one being I'm closer to 30 than 20 because that's a weird hurdle. Trust me, you'll get there. The other one being and I have this thought often when I stream where I look out to my audience and I think, like a perfect example that I've been streaming and playing Donkey Kong Country 2 as well as the first one. I'm trying to play through the whole series. And that game came out in like 94, 95, 96.
Hmm.
And I played that shit growing up on the Super Nintendo, and it's an amazing console, and sometimes I just stop and think, "I was playing this before some people who watch my stuff were even alive." I have literally had experiences before they even had their entire life.
That's gotta
That
fuck
blows
you
my
up.
it's fucking weird to think about. It's just strange. It's bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that
Yeah.
would be like if I was your age, fucking interviewing people that are younger than me. That'd be weird as well, to be
I
honest.
let's put it in perspective. Would you interview a 5-year-old?
Oh fuck, I don't think so. No.
And you see what I mean? Because it's like there's that lack of experience there. Yeah, there's the whole, "Well, it's a kid, they're gonna be a fucking moron because kids are idiots." Yes, but it's also like, what do you talk to them about? "Yeah, I like cartoons. Yeah, SpongeBob's cool." What? And then you try to relate to them. "Hey, you remember when the PS2 came out?" They're like, "What's that?" You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Yeah, but also, I wouldn't want people thinking I like kids. So yeah.
Oh, well, that's fair. I mean, I'll go on the record. I fucking hate children. I can't stand them. They're the
Well,
future, but god damn it, the future sucks.
no, I mean like in a sexual way, Andrew.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Okay. I mean,
No.
that's a fair point. That's a fair point. You're right. You're right.
Well, is
What
that
is
the
wrong
is
with
that
that?
the current norm now? Because that's kind of a trend I've noticed where
Pedophilia
I
is a
don't know.
trend?
Nah, pedophilia is a lifelong lifestyle choice. No, I don't know. It just that's another thing I was thinking about though. I watch a lot of like documentary style content on YouTube because I mostly
Mhm.
just love learning shit.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan not of reacts channels, but the channels where they're like, "We went up to 100 people and asked what their first time having sex was like."
One of
Or
those
we
channels.
yeah, those channels where they're like, "We asked 20 people how they make rice," and you just, like, see a bunch of different cultures and how they cook rice, and, like, I think those are interesting. And something I thought about is they also do a lot of work with kids,
Mhm.
and it's just weird to think, like, how they have to not cross certain lines, and how do you balance that content of, not crossing lines or coming off as creepy while also being sincere in what you talk about? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I get
And
you.
I feel like lately with our culture, because especially with the internet, people are becoming more aware of certain things, and then there's the easy, oh, people are getting more sensitive and blah blah blah. Blah. I'm not diving into that topic, but it's more of that thing where it's like, oh, you shouldn't say that to a child, or oh, you shouldn't, they're too young for that, or oh, this is kind of creepy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just something I've been thinking about lately, where it's like our content. I guess my big argument that I'm trying to tie it back to is I think the internet is losing sincerity because everything is brushed off either as ironic or as jokes. And if it's
Mhm.
not, some people will like always find faults in it, like, oh, this was creepy, or oh, I didn't like it, or oh, this was cringy. And it's just interesting to me how you're getting more of that kind of interview and learning content, but at the same time, you're getting more people that scream, "Oh, this is weird. This is inappropriate. I don't like this." You know what I'm saying? That
I
was a rant that had no point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I get what you're trying to say, but I don't know. I honestly don't
Don't worry
know.
about it. Why don't we get back to what questions you actually had prepared for me? Let's do that.
Sure, let's get into them, Andrew. So first question here
Yeah.
is when did you start YouTube and Twitch?
Oh god, I can give you those literal numbers right now.
All right, go on.
All right. So for Twitch, while I'm getting the YouTube number. So for Twitch, I started streaming every day over about 2 years ago. That's when I, in quotes, put it as full time, because it was
Right.
like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stream every single day because this shit is great, and I would love for this to be a thing." But before then, I had, like, pockets of streams where I didn't know what I was doing, like, once a month, I'd be like, "I'll try a stream, why not?" But, yeah, over 2 years on Twitch, I don't know the exact day. As for YouTube, oh god, oh, fuck, wait. Wow, I'm doing some math here. So I made my YouTube account in September 28th, 2006.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 3. Let that sink in. You were 3 years old. Isn't that weird? Uh,
Well, hold on.
go ahead.
Wait, when did you start, Andrew? September. What was the date and what was?
28th, 2006.
Okay, I was actually 4.
Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I
I've
was
deeply
4.
offended you. Uh,
You
but
fuck.
I started doing videos 8 years ago. According to this throwback in time machining, October 16th, 2010 was the first video I uploaded, and I had just started college.
Uh,
Um, so for a very long time, all of my content was just commentary. Just play the video game and commentate on it.
right.
Literally, I was one of those, "Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Blank, and I'm gonna play this game and talk shit." No editing whatsoever. Start the video, hit record, talk over the gameplay, make jokes on the fly. Very, very prototypical early YouTuber stuff. And everyone hated it. My audience that I garnered in the beginning from working with other popular people faded over time until it dropped to very low numbers. I don't know, I was annoying, I was bad at it, I wasn't funny or whatever. And then after I stopped giving a shit because I was like, well, no one cares about what I make anyway, so I'm gonna make whatever. I started doing just dumb ideas, just like stupid little skits or stupid like jokes that I thought of. I guess today they'd be called shit posts. But
Right.
I mean 6, 7 years ago, it was, I don't know. And some of those have survived on my channel. I've unlisted the majority of my channel to clean it up and give it a new branding and a new image, which also was part of the channel today, which was my current shtick that is what's really carrying the channel and getting me all my viewership, which is where I take stock footage or educational films or like really boring videos and dub them over to make them silly and wacky. The way I describe it in my head is I become the narrator of a show and just talk shit. So if you think of anything that has a narrator, like a sporting event or an educational program or a documentary or any of that, I jump in and just write my own script
Right.
instead. Yeah. So that's what's currently been getting me actually the big boy views and the attention. So I've been sticking with that because apparently I finally found my calling in life. Woohoo!
The
Yay!
How It's Actually Made series.
That's a big one. That's a big part of it. Yep, that's a big one. That's the one that people like the most.
Yeah, that's what seems to pull in the most
Yeah.
views for you and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube been doing it about 8, 9 years now is an accurate measurement.
A fat
Been
minute then.
been successful at it for about, oh, let's look at when things kicked off. Probably about 1 year is how long I've been. 1 year is how long I would say, yes, I'm a big YouTuber. I have an audience. I'm an influencer. Yes, I do the YouTube.
Yes.
That was the timeline when it transitioned from just something dumb I do for fun to actually like, hey, I got people watching. Look at me. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Azo. I appreciate that. I just wanted to say thank you for the sub. I'm sorry. I
that's
mean,
quite okay. I
yeah.
will ramble. If you ever give me a platform, I will not step down until I'm dragged away.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like one of the biggest complaints of the official podcast. Andrew never shuts the fuck up.
Oh man, I you know, when we first started that and it was a fun time for all of us. All four of us friends sitting around powwowing, just shooting the shit and having a great time. There was a big tidal wave in the absolute beginning of by God, Andrew sucks. Holy shit, kick him off the show. He's annoying. He's the worst. He's terrible. He drags it down. But over time, when you're bombarded by negativity and hate literally every single day, day in and day out from a wave of people,
Yeah.
I've learned two things. I've learned two universal truths that have helped me through it. The first is more relative and the other is universal. The first being that the honest truth is without me, there is no podcast. I mean, all 4 of us contribute very much to it, and it's not like I'm dead weight. I bring in a ton of questions, a ton of topics, I've brought on guests, I've edited episodes, I've taken the helm on so much shit. So it's like at the end of the day, the people who are complaining to kick me out, it's like they're complaining to end the show. What I don't get what they're trying to accomplish. Yeah, I'm not saying it's all me, not at all. We all contribute in our own fancy and handsome ways. But I will take pride in that I do a lot for the show, especially behind the scenes. I do a lot that a lot of people don't think about.
I feel like in the comment sections and all of that, I mostly see people shit on Kaya more than
Yeah,
anything.
that's been the radical new swing because he didn't want to discuss Pro Jared or Game of Thrones, and I think it's flavor of the month hatred. So I think from the trends that I see, it's either I do something really annoying or Kaya does something really contrarian, and whatever one of the 2 is stronger is what the fan base is going to hate on.
Yeah.
So, like, when I brought up clones, I had a what I thought was a dumb and fun idea for the show that we could debate on this whole, like, cloning hypothetical, and it took up a chunk of the episode, and I just thought it was amusing and fun, and a lot of people thought it ruined the show and was unlistenable. I'm like, "Okay." So that got me flack for a couple weeks, and then Kaya's brought up contrarian points on big issues, and that got him flack.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us at certain times do our own things. It's just part of our personalities. Like Jackson gets flack for not talking enough,
Oh
and I
yeah.
mean, it's a different kind of flack because you know you can't really shit on someone for not doing something,
Right.
but all of us at one point or another get flack. Like Charlie, occasionally he'll talk about stuff he doesn't know about. I think one of my favorite quotes from him was he referred to the Emancipation Proclamation without
Yep.
even knowing it was the document that freed the slaves in America.
Oh god.
So just we all have our stuff with it. But,
Right.
what you were actually saying, it ties to my second point on the universal truth of what's going on, and it's gonna sound condescending and mean, but it really does help me get through sometimes when it's really bogging me down and there's a lot of negativity. I found it just literally does not matter. Just not a single thing that they ever say ever matters. And it's because it's on such a scale, it never has any impact because we have metrics that prove it does not matter. People will be the loud minority in all of this. They'll shit on me, they'll shit on Kaya, they'll complain the show isn't funny anymore, they'll say we don't know what we're doing, our editing is shit, things are out of sync, this and that. But at the end of the day, it has no impact. Our Patreon numbers are growing up. Our listener numbers are going up. We're getting bigger and bigger guests on the show. And until that changes, I don't care what they have to say.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You let
When
everyone clip this?
I mean, I don't care. They can spread it all they want. I don't give a shit. Until I've noticed a trend, a change, an actual audience shift, I just ignore what the really disgruntled people think. Think about it this way. Imagine you run a store and
Mhm.
imagine you take in 10 customers and you sell ice cream. And imagine your ice cream is fucking banging. What about the 10th guy who, when you serve him his scoop, you drop it on the floor and he writes an angry Google review?
Right.
Well, according to him, you're the worst ice cream shop in the world and you fucking suck and you should be closed down.
Right.
But the 9 other people probably aren't gonna do anything. They're gonna go, "Yeah, it was good ice cream." They might tell a friend. Very rarely would I expect them to write a review or actually go out of their way to tell everyone about it.
Mhm.
But it's a problem that plagues the entire internet. The loud minority, because of how information spreads on the internet, will always seem equivalent to the entirety of the community.
That
So,
makes sense, yeah.
yeah, so until something changes, until we start losing viewers in bulk, until people don't come on the show because of it, until something changes. Let me put it another way. Until what we're doing stops working or is not working as well, I just ignore it because there's nothing to take from it. Oh yeah, you brought down my mood for a day over nothing. Great. What's the point? Yeah.
I I just think the biggest blow is that no one has a good masturbatory story.
I mean we've told them all. We have just told them all. I mean for the four of us and then the guest. That's up to them, man. There were a couple people on Twitter who would just send me random interesting ones. And I went, "That's great, but, it's not theirs. We
Mhm.
don't wanna just read random ones we find on the internet. That'd be a podcast then if it's like, why don't we just read meme posts? Why don't we just
Right.
go on Reddit and read the top of our all?" Like, that's not what we wanna do. We're a hangout, fun friends podcast. We talk about shit we're into, not just, recycling internet stuff that everyone else is doing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I uh I also found it really funny the other day that you guys titled the episode, at least on Spotify, with Pro Jared.
So, I will screen cap this for proof. I when the episode went up early on Patreon, because Jackson handles that part,
Mhm.
I saw it, I checked the post, and I said, right as I saw it, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Because we talk about the Pro Jared thing, but he's not on the show. Is this a good
Right.
idea? And they
Right.
were like, "Nah, it's fine." And, apparently that has aided in the backlash because a lot of people felt clickbaited. So, all I know is, I'm safe. I'm good. I'm covered in that scandal. You got nothing on me.
Yeah, that was a big blow though, because I was kind of hoping he'd be on the podcast. That would have been amazing. I mean, obviously, I didn't, think he'd be on there, obviously, but I was
Right.
hoping.
I mean, that's I was looking around the internet. Ethan H3 did the same thing.
Oh, did he?
He put
Oh,
in his show Pro Jared. Although maybe he has a different format for when he has a guest as opposed to when he's talking about somebody. I didn't know, but his episode, the thumbnail had Pro Jared's face. It said Pro Jared in it. And I went in there going, "Oh, maybe he," because there's always a running joke that Ethan steals our guests because
uh,
I believe twice now we've had guests who chose him over us. in terms of going on a podcast. Like explicitly, they went on his show instead of ours.
Mhm.
So I thought literally what happened was Pro Jared went on his show and not ours.
I don't like Ethan's podcast at all.
No comment.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, let me put it this way, and I'm not gonna call anyone out, but I have mentioned this on the show, and I mentioned this on my streams. I hate most YouTubers.
Bruh.
I I think they're boring and generic and make the same kind of content as everyone else, and they're so top heavy that they can crank out garbage, but their fans will spread it anyway. I really do. I do not watch the majority of big YouTubers.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
mean, then again,
I'm not gonna name names or call anyone out because I don't think this is me calling anyone out specifically, but I think the type of content and humor that most like top end YouTubers use is just boring and generic and uneventful and not worth it. Not worth watching.
well, then again, Andrew, you're 27, so
That I mean that's part of it. That's part of it. I mean, I will openly admit there's a hypocritical element to it because what we do with the podcast and with my streams is the friendship simulator where it's,
yeah.
you're a college or high school kid and you just want to hang out with someone and, kiss them on the lips and ask how their day was. And I get that and that appeals to a lot of people. And so there's probably very good arguments made against me of, "Oh, you just don't like this kind of stuff. So it's not bad. You're just a fucking moron, blah 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 blah." Yes, but the type of content I wanna see is not that. I don't it's because 'cause I'm a cynical man who doesn't like most people, so I don't care about people's opinions on things. I'm not particularly moved about, "Well, hear what this guy said about it," or "Here's this and that," or, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about this drama." It's like, yeah, talk about the drama that'll in 2 weeks and literally no one will remember. That's great. So it just does not appeal to me.
He's just a
Um
grumpy old man, that's all.
Yeah. Now, having said that, I very, very much like big YouTubers who make, how do I describe this? Not content, because that covers everything. Who make, I call them productions, works, where it's like they have a show and they do a thing. I'll name two examples: JonTron and Angry Video Game Nerd. I love their stuff
Jontron's
because
epic, yeah.
yeah, because their stuff isn't just here's this current drama going around and I'm going to talk about it, or here's, did you hear that thing on Twitter? Here's my thoughts. It's like I don't care. Their show is, here's an interesting thing. I'm going to do an expose on it. I'm going to do research. I'm gonna make little skits. I'm gonna get costumes. I'm gonna hire actors. I'm gonna put on a production. I'm gonna put, it's the balance of effort. You know what I mean? It's like you can tell that JonTron, when he makes a video on something, he puts a lot of effort into it. He has a fucking
Right.
camera crew, he edits it, he hires costumes, he gets sets, all this shit. Whereas when vlog YouTubers do it, it's just they turn on their webcam and go, "Here's this thing happening." That's it. I'm not even going to edit the video. I'm just going to turn my camera on and off. Like, and like that's boring to me. I think that's so goddamn boring. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, what are you
Yeah.
adding? What do you That's my big complaint. What are you adding to this? Just your opinions?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
I don't need those.
I guess you could apply that to like any commentary channel.
Exactly. Now, and I get it is very, very much like biting my hand that feeds me because I did this shit all the time. When I was in college, I watched a bunch of channels like that. When I was in high school, although they weren't really as prevalent in high school. In high school and middle school, it was more I would go on Newgrounds and I followed a bunch of cartoonists and I always wanted to see what they were doing.
Right.
So I totally got into this culture. I totally was involved with the whole, "Oh, these guys are so funny and cool, and I wish I had these friends." I watched Achievement Hunter all the fucking time throughout college when they did their Let's Plays and all that shit, but now I just don't watch it. Whether it's good or bad, I just don't like it. It's just not my thing.
I love how people in the chat are saying you're calling out Charlie.
See, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to call out anyone specific. I'm just saying what I don't like. That's another thing. That's what I was talking about earlier in this interview. It's all reactionary. With the thing where if you do interviews with kids, people are gonna have these like thoughts of like, oh, they're a pedophile or oh, that's creepy. There's
Mhm.
always that reactionary opinion. It's like I'm standing by what I said. I'm not backing down. Whether or not this applies to people I know or I've met, I don't care. It because
Right.
it's a complete separation. I've met tons of people doing internet stuff. I've met tons of people through the podcast.
Right.
I like them to different degrees, whether or not their content appeals to me. I have openly had people on the podcast that I hate their stuff. I find it annoying and shitty and I never watch it, but they were very nice people. I enjoyed talking to them. I really liked working with them. It's different, you know, it's a separation of art and the artist. So, and I fully believe in that.
I know, Juffs. I know you were joking. I was just telling him. Jesus. Fucking called me a mongrel. Love
I
that.
know, I know. I mean, but I feel the need to say that because while a lot of people are joking, there are people out there who aren't. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
There are
absolutely.
there are people out there who they assume that just because you like someone or are friends with someone, you have to love everything they do. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
don't. You don't.
And that's not true at all. Yeah, I have a ton of friends in this industry, and for the vast majority of them, yes, I love their content. I like their stuff. I keep up with it. But there are some where, I'm just like, it doesn't appeal to me. Not my thing. Not really into it. You know what I mean?
I mean, like my friends outside of YouTube, like they're not, they're not like huge fans of my interviews or whatnot. But you know, just because
Yeah.
they're not fans of my stuff doesn't mean they have to fucking, you know, like fuck. I'm bad at phrasing shit sometimes. Like just because they're friends with me, they don't have to like my content. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Exactly. I have I'll use a good counterexample. I make occasionally videos that are only jokes for me. Like, they are jokes that I think are hilarious, but I know the majority of people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this terrible shit? What is this video? This is not funny." And
Right.
I have 2 friends I can think of off the top of my head right now, where when I made my How It's Made series, when I started making that kind of content, they openly said to me when it came out, "I'm so glad you're finally making videos that I find funny." Because for the longest time, I would just make these dumb little, like, bullshit, stupid, random videos that I thought were hilarious, but most people thought were stupid and dumb and unfunny. And it's like I wasn't mad, I wasn't upset, I wasn't offended because it's just taste. There's
Yeah.
a complete difference between being friends with someone and enjoying their work. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like you don't have to like the same things as your friends.
Exactly. That'd be like assuming that you're gonna like every single same song, every single same show, same movies, same everything. It doesn't make sense. It's not how it works.
However, I'm
And
like, oh, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
No, no,
okay.
no, go ahead. It's your interview. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Well, it's yours. I'm interviewing you, but
Hey, look, man, I am honored to be on the Champy channel. That's all I have to
oh,
say.
oh, that's adorable. Thank you. No, but what I was gonna say is, fucking like, I'm that friend in the group that hates, or not hates necessarily, but dislikes most of the things that my friends like.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I always get a lot of flack for that. Like my friends are always like, "Oh, you hate everything." It's like, no, but I do have, you know, limited interests. Like I'm not, an open book that loves everything.
Yeah, it's called being a fucking mature adult. I'll compound you with another example. I have a big group of friends I went to college with. It's like 7 or 8 people, and we hang out very often.
Uh-huh.
And, every single one of them loves Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Just loves it, can't get enough. They talk about it constantly, it's one of their favorite series. They shit themselves when 3 came out, all that stuff. Champagne, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I fucking despise Kingdom Hearts. I think it's
mm,
god awful from start to finish.
I
But
can't say I've never played it.
so but when they talk about it, I do what's called, being a mature adult, and either one, when I contribute to the discussion, I do it constructively. Like I either point out why I don't like things, or I go, "Oh, that was kind of neat, but not my thing," or "I don't get it." Or two, I keep my fucking mouth shut because if they want to talk about Kingdom Hearts, I'm not going to be the one in the corner going, "This sucks. Shut up. I hate it." You know what I mean?
Right. I'm
And
usually number one, I'd say. Yeah.
yeah, and it's called being an adult, and the same thing applies to the internet. It's like I'm not gonna call someone a bad person just because I don't like what they make. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna I'm not gonna like, we'll use your example of Ethan, how you said you don't like his show.
yeah,
It'd be unreasonable if you sat here and started going, "He's a fucking loser and he's a terrible person. I fucking hate him," just because you didn't like his podcast, you know what I mean?
right, of course.
And some people online do that. They can't separate art from artist, and they think that when I'm not a fan of someone's work, or I say, "Oh, I don't like it," or "I don't think it's very good," it means that I'm shitting on them as a person, and
Right.
that's not how it works. It's not
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah, of course. Like, I'm always like, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that, and then they take it as me fucking like hating it or something.
Exactly. It's a cultural thing. It's just people getting secondhand. I don't want to say offended, but people getting secondhand defensive,
Hmm.
going, "Oh, we don't have this thing in common, so you're not a good person," or "Oh, we don't meet eye to eye on this one, so oh, you obviously have shitty taste," or "Oh, how can I trust you to be cool?" You know what I mean?
Right, I get you.
Yeah.
Oh
I'll
my,
take the next question, Captain. I rant. I'm sorry.
it's all good, man. I'm a bit of a ranter as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to take something from the chat though. Yeah, my friend
Sure,
Sean is
sure.
here. My IRL friend Sean is here, and he's saying that's very true. You're always the weird one, Jesus. Oh, fuck off, cunt. No. Wow, just because I dislike a fair amount of things, I'm the weird one. Can't believe it. If you hate everything, does that mean you hate yourself? No, I'm like the only thing I don't hate. Love myself.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad you're not playing into that angle. Oh man, the whole meme of "I hate myself and want to die." I'm so sick of seeing that everywhere.
Oh yeah, same.
I
Yeah,
I know I know it's relatable, and the whole point is, yes, there are people out there with many depression and self-esteem issues, but
yeah,
after a while, it's just like enough. Move on. Get a different speaking platform. You know what I mean? Here, I'll
yeah.
talk on that actually. Since you're such a huge fan of everything I've ever done ever, uh, I put out a tweet, I think, like 3 days ago, because I
Hmm.
was I was feeling kinda down and feeling like kinda glum, kinda blue, and I put out a tweet and I said, "I challenge you to say something positive about your life."
Oh yeah, I saw
And
that
and
one.
I and I meant it with utter sincerity. I said, like, "I'll challenge you to be sincere." Like, mean it. Say something actually good. Don't be like, "Oh, I fucked your mom and it was great. Haha," or, "Oh, I'm an epic meme lord." Like, I wanted an actual moment of connection with fans where I'm like, say something actually legitimately positive about your life, because I also wanna combat the notion of everyone on the internet is depressed. Everyone on the internet is, just, "Oh, woe is me," all the time, and always feeling sad, and all of existence is suffering, and all of things terrible, whatever. And for a lot of people, it was fantastic and great. A lot of people said really, really nice things that I loved reading, and I am trying my best to keep up with that thread and like every single solid response. But there were like 3 or 4 people where they were like, "Nope, can't do it. Sorry," or "Oh, I'm alive, but even then, I don't think that counts." It's like, really? Ye- how fucked are you?
Yeah, I mean, there's
How
got to be
how
something good in your life at least.
Like, seriously, do you have a legitimate, just mental breakdown going on? I mean, you can't. I can't fathom every human on Earth not being able to figure out at least one positive thing in their life. I mean, here, if any of you out there listening right now are suffering from low self-esteem or depression or any of those, number one, if this is a clinical problem, I can't help you. But number two,
Right.
I'm gonna give you a little mantra that you can repeat in your head, because it's something I think about a lot, and it helps pull me out of bad slumps. All right, here's a little checklist, a little survey, because I guarantee it's gonna apply to 99.9% of you. Do you have both your arms? Do you look down and say, yes, there's one arm and there's the other? Congratulations. You live a better life than a significant portion of this planet. Do you have the use of your legs? Congratulations. You are privileged than a very large amount, more privileged than a very large amount of people on Earth. Can you breathe without the aid of a medical device? Oh my god. You live a pretty great life compared to some people. Now, if you are in that scenario, I'm sorry, but here's the other thing. You can still find things like that that apply. Let's say you are in a wheelchair. Oh my God, you still have both your arms. Great. And there will never, ever be a person on earth who cannot, when they keep going down that list, find something that applies to them and therefore gives them some sort of bounty in life. Period. Done. And that's
Yeah,
why I think people should be able to find something positive in their life. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, it's okay. Yeah, it all boils down to people taking those things for granted.
Exactly. That's the problem. It's looping back to like late 2000s memes of first world problems. People think that their life is so hard and so full of problems and so much terrible shit and nothing but suffering and misery and everyone else is like that. Did you wake up today and not get shot at because you don't live in a fucking war-torn country? Congratulations. You have an easier life than God knows how many people.
Yeah.
Stop taking that shit for granted, you fucking losers. And I say this from a place of experience. I went the entirety of middle and high school with no friends. I went the entirety of middle, high school, and a good chunk of college having terrible self-esteem, feeling horrible about myself. I went God knows how long in my life feeling genuinely suicidal at certain points. And I just at one point went, fuck this. Because I realized it's so easy to be happy. And all you need to do is take a step back and go, you know, it could always be way, way worse. And it's not. So I'm doing pretty good.
Damn,
That's it.
that was a deep conversation for a bit
It's
there.
something it's something I try to tell literally everyone.
Well, that's adorable and wholesome, Andrew. Props to you.
Oh, thank you. And I hope it applies to you, Champy.
Uh, well, I'm not depressed or anything.
Good.
Thankfully.
Good. See, and it's also because I get people in on this. There are people who come to my streams and they hop in the chat and they're like, "Andrew, are you feeling depressed today too?" Or like they'll say shit like, "Life is nothing but pain, right, Andrew? Like life sucks, right? Can I get a relatable?" Like they'll come and they'll be like, "Can I get an F in chat for my self esteem and shit like that?" And I'm like, "Shut up, God!" Everywhere else on the internet will platform this negativity speak, this depression talk. It's like, no, I'm not that person. I live a fantastic, amazing life, and nearly every one of my days is filled with positivity. I'm not going to entertain that. Every time anyone asks, like, "Oh, life sucks, right, Andrew?" I'm like, "No, sorry. Go ask another streamer.
Oh
Not me. I can only talk about how great my day is today."
well, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not depressed. I'm just a bit of an anxious fuck at times.
Yeah, I mean, there's mental shit for everyone. There's anxiety, there's depression, there's irrational fears, there's phobias, like all that shit. Yes, yes, those are legitimate concerns. But in terms of perspective, all it ever is what you make of it. That's
Hmm.
it. And I want to try, because again, the internet I think right now is becoming this negative black hole of becoming a supporting platform, which there's positives to it. You have people who are becoming more willing to talk about their depression and their mental illness and their sadness, and that's fantastic. But
Yeah.
I think it's just a breeding ground for it and a place to feed it and keep it going and throw it back on people. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I try to spread positivity.
Well, that's adorable. I mean, the shitty thing is when like people are spreading false, like fake positivity. That's not very epic.
That's probably not great as well, but even then, there's a mantra of fake it till you make it. And I think with positivity, that's actually true to a degree. One of the initial ways I got myself out of my low self-esteem hole was to just stop trying to care and just be
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, I got these problems, so what? Whatever." And at first I was just lying. I was just flat out lying to myself going, "Oh god, I'm so self-conscious and shit. What the fuck am I what am I saying? What am I talking about? I'm fat and dumb and annoying and all these problems, but I keep saying I don't care. Of course I care." But then eventually after a while I realized, wow, I'm actually not caring anymore.
Right, right.
Yeah. For those of you out there who are struggling with low self-esteem and all that stuff, the perspective thing is nice to help your own mental health, but if you want to turn things around, fake it till you make it. Just say that you feel good. Say you are having a good day. Tell yourself you don't care about small problems, and even if you do, eventually you will believe that you don't, and it will become actual positivity.
I feel like that's what a lot of people do. They kind of put on a facade and then it
Right.
becomes them. Yeah.
Right. I mean, granted, it can be unhealthy if you do it
Yeah.
wrong, if you go too hard or try to do too much at once. But I don't know. It worked for me. I genuinely don't believe I'm faking this.
Right, right.
Yeah, I like what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm just saying other people fake it. Other YouTubers and shit.
Right. I'm drowning. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I was
uh,
drowning live on stream.
it's okay.
Oh.
All good. Thank you.
Hmm. Go ahead.
Uh,
I'm good.
okay. Thank you for the sub, Singe. I appreciate it. Are you
No
good now?
problem. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you
Hit
didn't
me.
die.
I would
Oh,
prefer not to.
yeah, no, definitely not. Thank you. Oh god, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Exalta11 for the sub? Thanks.
All my precious little watchy boys are coming in. This is great. I feel so loved.
That's adorable. Shampy, you sound like you have a cotton candy machine in your throat. Ah, thanks. Thanks. Ah,
Thanks. So
that's
let's
nice.
what's the next question? I keep dominating everything.
Oh, we got another sub. Hold on, Andrew. Thank you,
All right.
Stales,
Yeah,
too, for
take
the
your time.
sub. Get it? Sorry. Okay, there we go. Now, next question. Why did you get into YouTube and Twitch?
Ooh, that's actually a very good question. I'll keep this short so we can cram in more questions.
Sure.
I was envious of people who were doing it because my whole life I've been an attention whore. At the end of the day, I don't care if I make $1 billion. I don't care if I meet famous people. I don't care if I'm powerful. I just like attention. I like recognition. I like people who go, "Yes, you are funny and cool, and I like this and what you do and all that." That's my number one. Like that's my drug.
Mm-hmm.
So when Twitch, which I believe back then was just Justin TV, was really up and
Yes.
coming with these live game players, I went. I would watch them constantly. I would turn that on during college and just have these streams on, and I just went, "Man, these guys just get to fuck around and play games." And people like eat that shit up. Oh, oh, I need this. And it just it's I've always been a man of I can do that, so I'm gonna do that. So after watching so many like it all started with Call of Duty. It was me watching Call of Duty YouTubers and their streams. And I went, well, I play Call of Duty and I'm really funny. Why don't I do this? And that's how it is for a lot of stuff in my life. A lot of projects I start is me just seeing something and go, dude, I want to do that. I can do that just as good. Or even then, even getting more petty and being all like, that fucking sucked. I could do that way better. And then trying to make my own version. So just seeing those YouTubers for Call of Duty, I was like, I want to be one of those. So that's when it started. And then eventually, it, after Call of Duty was dying down, it became, I just like making dumb videos. So I just kept going with it.
Right. Thank you for the
Yeah.
sub, Jacob S. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and like any channels before this one, Andrew, is this like your first ever thing on YouTube, the Huggbees slash the lone noob.
Oh baby, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
So the lone noob, I feel like I've told this story, but I don't remember. I was 11 years old at a gaming cafe where you would pay them and then they had all the consoles and a bunch of gaming PCs and they do tournaments and all that shit. And I went there for the PCs because I could never afford a gaming PC growing up and I thought it was just the coolest shit. Like I had the consoles, but I never got to play so many games I wanted to play, like Counter Strike and Battlefield and Quake and all this shit. Where it's like, oh, I'm missing out. I'm missing out. So the Lone Noob came about because I went to this place and I went to go play Battlefield 2. Maybe I wasn't. I might have been older. And I sat there and I went, oh, I need a cool name. I need a cool name. I need a name that's gonna everyone's gonna love it. And I sat there for like 30 minutes just staring at the login screen and eventually I figured, well, I don't join clans and I don't really play in teams and I usually play games by myself. So I'll be like the lone wolf. And then I went, well, wait, that's not funny or silly. And then after tinkering a bit, I went the lone noob. Boom, done. got it, we're in there, and I added the zeros to make it even sillier. And then that just became my handle in every single game I played. And then when the Call of Duty stuff took off, I went, "Well, I'm stuck with it." Um, but then over time, I grew out of it. I mean, I was like, what, 14 when I thought of it, and, just a whole bunch of things coming down, and then I found out, like I found myself when playing other games, I kept calling myself Huggbees, which was
Right.
my, like, backup name if, like, the lone noob was taken or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
And I went, "You know, I actually really like Huggbees for many, many reasons." And eventually one day on YouTube, I just went, "Okay, I'm gonna rebrand the channel because what I'm doing right now is not working. I'm gonna kinda hit a soft reset, start doing things over, and the first thing is I need a new title." And I changed my name to Hugbees everywhere I could, and I've been using that ever since.
Well, I'm glad you did that because I could only
Oh, me
imagine if
too.
you still had the fucking lone noob as your goddamn
Me
name.
too, man. It's that name irked me for many reasons. One is I think it's too wordy. The other is noob is just not even a thing anymore.
Yeah, who
And
the fuck uses that? Yeah.
in its time it was fine. In its day it was fine, but just after a
Not
while
now.
I was like, all right, this needs to change. This needs to be something timeless, something
Right.
classic.
Yeah,
So
I
I went with
mean,
this.
definitely a good choice for sure. Definitely a good
Thank you.
choice.
Thank you.
Of course. Also, thanks for the sub, Math Killer 1195. Appreciate it, man. Alrighty, Andrew. Next question here.
Sure,
So,
hit me.
as you mentioned earlier, you do this full time. So,
Yes.
I was curious, Andrew. I like to ask this to everyone who does this full time. How do you manage
Uh-huh.
to balance, your YouTube slash Twitch with your in real life activity?
I don't. Um,
Ah,
at
okay.
least one thing at all times in my life is being completely neglected. So so currently I have not made a YouTube video in about over 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because I just don't want to. I have 3 videos in the pipeline. I know exactly how I want them to go. I have the script all in my head. I know the jokes I wanna make, how it'll be laid out, but every time I open my editor, every time I open the script, every time I do anything, I'm just like, "Fuck this," and I just don't do it. I just don't feel
Right.
like doing it. I do something else. So, my life is a constant pattern of just I need to be neglecting something so I can raise up in something else. So, like, I've been wanting to make YouTube videos right now, but just I have no motivation right now and I just don't feel like it. But what's going to happen, because it's always what happens with me, is probably in about a week, whatever I'm filling that void with now is going to get boring. And I'll be like, well, I'll start making videos. I haven't made videos. I want to make videos. For example, all of my free time, I've been playing Breath of the Wild, which is an
Right.
amazing game and I still love it, but there's gonna come a moment where I go, "Man, this is fucking boring." And when that happens, then I'll go, "I really wanna make videos. Ooh, yeah, let's make a video. And then there'll come a time where streaming is gonna be like that, where I'll stop streaming for, like, 2 or 3 days and just be like, "I don't wanna fucking do this. Streaming is so monotonous and terrible." And then I'll do nothing but make videos or work on, like, real shit and whatever. So, the way that I balance it is I make attempts at everything, and then what I actually get into, I stick with. So, like, I all throughout a day, I will just spend God knows how long, like, I'll open all my editing programs because 'cause I'm ready to edit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll open up this thing I bought on Amazon because 'cause I'm ready to set it up. I'll start this new streaming thing and get it set it up. I'll watch this tutorial video for this thing I was gonna do, and I'll just bounce around them until I find the one that's, like, at the moment, I'm like, "Yes, this is the one I wanna do." I currently wish to be doing this. So I really don't balance it. It's just it all just kind of comes out as to what I feel like doing at the time.
It's just all over the fucking place from what it
Yeah.
seems.
And what's fun is because YouTube is a terrible cesspool of corporate management and a clear not giving a shit and misunderstanding of their creators.
Yeah.
I make more money on Twitch than I ever have on YouTube.
Right.
I've been on YouTube for almost 9 years now, and I've been doing Twitch for a little over 2, and I have since starting Twitch made more money from it than I ever have on YouTube. And that's just why when it comes down to when I get into that mode of I'm gonna do dumb internet shit, I almost always pick Twitch. Because if I'm looking to make it a career and sustain myself, it's just the better option,
Right.
even if
So
it's not as popular.
so you'd consider yourself primarily a streamer than the YouTube.
At this point, yeah, and it's kind of stupid to say because my YouTube is exponentially more popular than my Twitch right now,
Right, right.
and I'm hoping that will change. I mean, I stream every day and I try to do interesting, fun variety, and I've got a bunch of other concepts that I'm thinking of introducing to get there. But I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes time around that time when I start getting creative, which is around like 9 o'clock at night, because that's like my prime time, I almost always go, yeah, I'll do a stream. I'd rather do a stream than work on this video. I'd rather just do it. And there's also the difference of streaming is just easier. It's just way easier. A video, I got to edit and write a script, and I have to find music for it, and I have to sync it up, and I have to chop it together, and I have to redo stuff, and I have to re-edit takes, and blah, blah, blah. Whereas a stream is just turn on the game, turn on the mic, webcam, go. That's it.
Yeah, it's a much more simpler process.
Yeah, yeah. So even then, I don't know if I'd call myself a streamer as like the identity or a YouTuber because
Mhm.
I don't know. It's labels never really sit well with me because it's like I do those things, but I don't know if that's what I would call my whole identity around. Because I also like lately I've been getting into music, and it's like I
Mm.
wouldn't call myself a musician, and I've always wanted to make films and be like a filmmaker, but I don't know if I would call myself that. It's like I just want to do like content stuff. I just want to make like videos and songs and streams and I always just want to be putting out stuff. So it's kind of hard for me to sit on a label and go, "Yep, that's what I do." You know what I mean?
Let's just give you the epic label of an influencer.
Oh Jesus, I can't stand that, man. Influencer. Oh boy.
Yeah, no,
Oh boy,
yeah, not a very epic
man.
term.
But I don't know. I'd love for Twitch to take off. I'd love to make streaming my primary base of entertainment because I think it's the most fun and the most simple, and then have everything else kind of be branching from that. So we'll see. I don't know.
And
I don't know.
profitable as well.
It's fun that I do it for full time and for work, but I also get the benefit of doing it for fun. So I'm kind of flexible on what I put out and all the things I get to do.
Right.
So
So
yeah.
you'd say overall you just prefer streaming over making a video any day of the fucking week.
Yeah, by this point, yes.
Hmm.
But for very, very many reasons. Not that I don't like making videos, it's just streaming is much more rewarding, much more fun.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that you're fucking like your YouTube channel took off a lot, like that's kind of like maybe worrying if you don't like put out a video soon. Like those subs that came in, they might die off or something.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even then, the analytics, the grand majority of those subs are from how it's made.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
and to tie it way back to something I said earlier, until it stops working, I'll do something different. Like one big motivator I have for not wanting to crank out videos and forcing myself to do it is I check my YouTube channel and I go, "Oh, I'm still getting subs. Oh, I'm still growing." So even if I'm not growing as fast as I could be because I'm not making stuff, I have no reason to panic. There's nothing to change. There's nothing I'm doing wrong. So, but if I start dipping into the negatives or start losing people, then I'll be like, all right, maybe I should actually try.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
wasn't it just like a week or two ago that you gained like 10,000 fucking subs in a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happened? Why did that just happen
How
all
it's
of a
made.
sudden?
How it's actually made. Three of them went re-viral.
Ah, okay.
One of them got 1 million views in a week. So one of them was at 3.3 million, and then after a week it was at 4.3 million. So just the sheer fact that a bunch of them got put back into the rotation of virality is what kicked me back up there.
I see. Yeah, they all got blessed by the fucking recommended section.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Was it the bacon one? that got like
Yeah,
a million views? Oh, okay.
yeah, bacon and chocolate are, the 2 that I've covered that are bliss blasting their way through.
The I noticed that the bacon one has like a shit ton of dislikes. Like why?
Oh, God, I mean, I'll go ahead and bring out my pretentious filter again. It's because people are fucking morons.
Okay.
It's because the masses are goddamn idiots. So many of them are mad that they thought it was legitimate. The dislikes are all these combinations of people just getting their panties in a bunch over the stupidest shit. So you have a combination of people who some of them think it's real, and then
Mhm.
they get pissed when it's not. So they're like, "This isn't the real episode. Fuck you." Then you have the people. Then you have the people who think it is real, and when I say the first joke, which is that bacon is made from dogs, they get super mad because they're like, "I don't like bacon anymore. Dogs, that's disgusting." Then you have the people then you have the people who don't think I'm
Ah,
funny, so that's
yeah.
another bunch of dislikes. Then you have what I found out recently, which is my favorite. You have the teachers that show this in class,
Oh my god.
and when I'm saying "fuck" to a group of middle schoolers, which is my favorite one. They get grumpy. It's just that one because it went so viral and pushed the right button with, bacon being made of dog where, like, eating meat is already a sensitive issue for a lot of people and all this shit. It
Mhm.
just got in the right groove to just piss off a large group of people. But, yeah, a big majority of it is people think it's real, so a lot of people are upset that they think bacon is made from dog. I mean, like, oh god, how
Who
the
would
fuck?
who would unironically believe that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't ask myself these things anymore. It's why I'm, tempted on my next one to, because again, I've gotten a lot of messages that kids in middle and high school, their teachers show it to the class, and then like the teachers are like, "Oh, that's not the right one." I'm just tempted to start my next one with like me screaming "fuck" and showing like cropped porn, just to
Cropped.
really get in there.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
man. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. The whole point is it's a joke, and I gotcha. And if you're a teacher showing that shit in class instead of doing your job, that's not my fault. And if you are gonna show that in class, maybe at least check the link beforehand.
That yeah, that's the thing. Shouldn't the teacher like watch the video before showing it up on class?
Exactly. Exactly. It's not my responsibility at the end of the day. So, I'm gonna roll with it. I've always enjoyed taking things to just absurd concepts. So if teachers are gonna complain to me that I am ruining their kid's day, then I'll show you ruining their day.
Showing them porn on the screen, their poor little 5-year-old eyes.
Hey
Uh,
man, if I put crop porn in that video, it is not my responsibility if it is shown to a group of children.
it's gonna get taken down, I think.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't know. I've got my ideas.
And then your whole channel will be gone as a result.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually worried for the day where the copyright strikes build up and my channel just gets taken down. I feel like it's going to happen.
Wait, what do you mean build up? Do you already have one or two?
I cannot make a single video these days without it getting copyright claimed just by the nature of my content.
Oh,
I've
claimed.
I've never gotten striked, but I think the last video I made that actually could make money was like 2 months ago.
Mhm.
Because just all of it is YouTube doesn't know what parody is and fair use, which is
Yeah.
100% what I'm doing.
Right.
So to be fair, a handful of what I fight against, what's the term? Dispute, I guess.
Yeah, dispute,
Some
yeah.
of those get released, well after the views have rolled in and the damage is done.
Mhm.
But the majority of them, they're like, "No, this is our footage." I'm like, "Okay, nothing I can do about it, I guess."
You just give in.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I like you probably make like fuck all off of
Oh,
ads.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
Again, I'll put it this way. I have made more from Twitch. I made more from Twitch in my first month of being partnered than I ever have any month on YouTube.
So fat fucking L.
I
Damn.
know. YouTube is a fucking sinking ship.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've got like a Patreon or merch or some shit like
Yeah.
that, I don't know how people live off of ad revenue on itself.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy because I am part of a podcast that already has a Patreon.
Right, right.
So I don't want to make my own Patreon, even though I make almost nothing from YouTube.
Yeah. And I mean, another thing with YouTubers having patrons is like if their content actually like warrants it or not.
Hmm.
Is like if
Yeah.
you, yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Well,
Wait,
no, I
what?
was just gonna say the problem on that case with me making a Patreon is I feel like it would kind of force me to make videos.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've shown and said, I really just kind of like to follow my own flow and schedule. So if I have a Patreon where it's like new videos every week, I'd be like losing my mind just
Oh
over
no.
having to stick to that.
Right, yeah, totally. No, what I was gonna say is like I feel like the content has to warrant it. Like it has to be content that takes like a long time to produce, whatnot.
Yeah, I kind of want to make a joke Patreon at one point where it's just called like "Give me $5," and I only have room for one $5 patron slot, and that's it. And like I would just post all of my content to that Patreon, but I'd be all like, I'd set up this Patreon because I could really use $5, and that's it. But like all the rewards and stuff I post on there is just like all of my regular content. I don't know, just a stupid idea.
Yeah, like yeah, what I was gonna say is like it has to be content like for an example, you mentioned Ray Civic before we started the interview here. Like
Yes,
his content I'd say would warrant a
yeah,
Patreon. But
and
like
that. Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say but like, you know, your content, not to shit on it or anything, but it's not like Ray Civic's content.
I get that. There is less effort in what I do.
Right.
I mean, if I did a Patreon, it would be to mitigate the copyright claims because, like, the other thing is Racevic. I'm doubting his videos are copyright claimed, whereas mine are almost
Yeah.
guaranteed every single one.
Right.
And yeah, the fact you brought up Racevic is another good counterpoint. It's like Racevic, his content, I really like it. And a lot of people will be like, "Well, you're a hypocrite because his content is here's my opinion and analysis and stuff." But it's like it's way different and way more high effort and analytical when he does like I'm going to talk about this game as compared to generic YouTuber number 8742 going, here's my review of this game. I liked it. It was fun." You know what I mean?
Wow. What an epic video.
Yeah, there's differences. There's differences. I'll shout out another one. Oh god, Ross Scott, I think is his name, or I might have that backwards, and it might be Scott Ross because I'm a fucking moron. I'm pretty sure it's Ross Scott. I forgot. Yes, Ross Scott. Ross Scott runs a he first went kind of famous on YouTube for a series called Freeman's Mind, which is a super old machinima series based on Half-Life 2. And
Yeah.
that's all well and good and cute and great. But he runs a series called Ross's Game Dungeon, which is fucking phenomenal. The man goes to absurd lengths to learn everything he can about the game he's talking about to the point where he will play like not games from the 90s that have like phone numbers attached to them and he will call them to try to get the original developers to talk about them.
Damn.
Just insane depth and insane research and care over games that literally no one beforehand would even care about. And oh my god, I love it. It's incredible. And at the end of the day, it's just him talking about a game, but there's a clear difference in production and care and effort and value. Because like that's that at the end of the day, that's what I want. I want value. I want merit. There's a difference to me between a video I watch and I will forget about it the next day, or a video that I will watch and I'll think about it for a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's the big thing I look for.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy any kind of analytical content, to be honest. Love that shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of good people out there who do it. And I'm not even trying to sing the praises of pseudo intellectualism of, oh, because it's a video essay, it's way better than this haha stupid poop joke about YouTube drama. No, no, no. There are plenty of boring and terrible video essay YouTubers out there too who
Yeah, of
just
course.
ramble on about useless shit. but they got to click for me, and and when they do, I will praise them till the ends of the earth because I think they hit something special.
Right. Alrighty then, Andrew. Andrew, do you want to take some call-ins here?
I do, but could you wait till I take the quickest piss? I am bursting at the seams.
Yeah, go for it, big dog.
All right, great. But yeah, that'd be fantastic. You can start queuing up. I'll be right back.
Sure. Alright, we'll wait for Andrew, everyone, to get back, and I'll drag the first person up here. And yeah, Aya2. Oh, fuck, I probably just fucked up your name. Yeah, I'd say Naked Jakey is definitely one of the YouTubers. He's pretty epic. Clean Friends Gaming. Oh my god, no, I hate that man's content. So shit. That's awful. Like, he calls himself a video essayist. He's just not at all. Don't like him at all. Same with like people like Downward Thrust and whoever the fuck else. His ability to spend 20 minutes saying nothing is astounding. Yeah, it really is. It really is. I used to watch the guy's content, but I stopped because I. Oh, welcome back, Andrew.
The Lord has blessed us with, I don't know, relief. I am ready.
Excellent. Yeah, I was just talking about Clean Prince Gaming here. But yeah, anyways, let's drag up the first person here.
Yeah, let's force them in by their
Let's
fucking
go
hair.
for Axe World. Axe World?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I know you,
Hi.
you fuck.
Oh, I know you know me. Uh, well, this is the part where I ask the question, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Well, we all have our pipe dreams, our little ambitions, and I'm wondering, what is your like goal to achieve? You know, that lifetime goal that you're like, this would be cool to make.
That is
Question?
a great question. So I have tons of pipe dreams and fantasies, and it's why I'm pursuing all these different avenues. Like maybe I want to be a musician. I'll start learning guitar and writing songs, or maybe I want to be like a graphic video dude. That's why I'm learning like all these After Effects and all these whatever. I think the one that stuck with me my whole life, and it'd be something that I really want to seriously start considering, is I want to make a movie, and not even like a low budget shit, just cram garbage phone footage together over and over thing, but like an actual, like, I would write a full script, costumes, locations, nice camera, all that shit, maybe hire actual actors. I'm not looking for like fucking Hollywood stuff, but put out casting calls and just get some sort of like movie where I can be like, "Hey, I'm the guy who made this. I made this movie. Go watch it. I directed it. You know, whatever." And I think it's because I have a lot of stories I want to tell, and there are some where it's like I'd like to put it to an actual medium. A lot of fiction I'd like to get out of my head.
Yeah,
So
I can
probably
definitely
that.
relate to that.
Yeah. I want to be Tommy Wiseau basically.
Yeah,
But
that sounds great.
yeah, but while Tommy Wiseau is making like baffling dark comedy relationship dramas, I want to make like trippy worlds of post-apocalypses and like stupid indie comedies where everyone is slightly annoying but in the way that you like. I don't know. Just these like concepts where if I sat down I could write a whole movie out of like a sentence and just put that to film and see what happens. I'd like to do that.
Well, you better start writing that shit down. Many people would pay
Yeah.
to see that.
There's
Just
there
send them
is
just scribbles, just little scribbles. They'd pay to
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
There is one that I've had for God knows how many years in my head, and I have so many visions of it and ideas, but the problem is that it's like a literal Mad Max style of, okay, I need a complete visual overhaul and effects budget to accomplish it. So what I was thinking is, since I can't draw worth dick, I'll like find a graphic artist to like draw a pilot episode in comic book form to kind of get the visuals of how I'd want it to look down or
Well, hey
something.
now,
Yeah.
here's one.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if
Oh no, I
if
have
you
a.
want,
Go ahead.
if you need one.
Oh, I have. I mean, I have a legitimately wonderful community I can pick and pluck from as I need it. But again, this is just like these are pipe dreams right now.
Yeah.
This is again, I'm still, in my opinion, establishing my internet presence. Like my YouTube channel is taking off. That's great. My Twitch is still not where I want it to be, so I'm still putting a lot into it because I want it to get bigger and bigger. But I think once I finally really get bored of that, and when I feel really comfortable to just kind of not do anything and still have people give a shit what I'm doing, that's when I'll be like, all right, let's take 3 months out and just make a movie. Let's for the next month just do nothing but work on an album. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Stuff like that. But yeah, that's a great question,
Okay.
Axe. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to add one more thing. The best
Sure.
monster is the monster Ultra Red. Okay, you faker, you fraud. That's the best one.
Look, man, I love all the ultras. I don't think I've had a bad ultra. White is my go-to because I just think it's
Because you're a boomer.
the solid. Yeah, but if I had to
Gotta
pick like
follow
the
the
one,
stereotype.
if I had to pick one, man, Ultra Sunrise, orange. Orange is awesome. Orange is
Ugh.
it's great. Shut
Ugh.
your mouth. It's great.
Nah, seriously though, that's fine. It's all right. It's all right.
Hey man, I was drinking monsters well before the boomer meme, so
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's actually true. I started my monster addiction because I would work software and then I wanted to stay up for another 8 hours and stream, so I just needed to not sleep, and that's when it started.
Yeah,
I was like 7 years ago. I've
I
been doing
can
it ever
definitely
since.
relate to that.
Yeah, yeah, been doing it ever since. My resting heart rate is probably maximum.
I've
Well,
never had a monster ever.
good.
Oh, the first one's always the best one. Never
Hmm.
gets better than that.
Well, thanks for having me,
Of course,
Andrew.
man.
You are like top three streamers of all time for me. So it's good.
Oh,
So it's good to speak to you in person like
thank
this.
you. I try to be
So yeah,
approachable. I get busy and distracted, but I try to be approachable.
definitely the best one of that of any streamer that I know.
Well, thank you. That's so nice.
That's wholesome, yeah.
Yeah. Now get the fuck out so someone else can come in.
Okay.
Nice. He just immediately leaves. I love that.
They know what they signed up for.
Okay. All right. Next is it's Croy. That's my in real life friend. Let me
Oh
drag
fuck
him
yeah,
up.
bring him in. Bring him in.
Croy. I hope he heard the thing, or is he
He's
watching the
deaf.
stream?
He's deafened. You might want to add him.
Yeah. Let me DM him.
Oh, that's so cute.
Croy. There
There
you
he
go.
is.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, guys. I was.
Well, you're having a nice little snack right now, as it sounds like. Are you sprinting from a 7-Eleven where you just stole some chips? What's going on? What the fuck is this?
Oh, what are you doing, Croy? You fuck.
What a run. Anyway. Okay, so I have.
Nice. Nice. He fucking disconnected as soon as he said he was gonna ask a question. That bitch.
Wow.
Uh,
You have
fuck.
some great friends.
Yeah, I know. They're lovely people. God. Alright. I'll drag up Crunch God now. Crunch God?
Hello, Crunch God.
Oh shoot, no way. Hey, and
Yeah.
dude,
Hey.
dude, first thing before like I say anything, Andrew, dude, I'm a big fan. Like it's an honor.
Oh, thank you. I feel honored. There's like a powerful energy here right now that you're here.
Yeah, I mean like obviously. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah, go
Like
for it.
my question that I wanted to ask you was what was your part of 2019 guy, like the song that Charlie uploaded?
Okay. Yeah, I get this one a handful. So I'll go ahead and dream crush a little bit here. I will shatter the fabric of reality for a lot of people. Charlie nor myself had nothing to do with the song itself. Charlie wrote the lyrics and I believe the melody and sang them, but the actual song is made by, I forgot his name, but he's a professional musician. His name's in the credits of the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what happened with that is Charlie wrote the lyrics and he wrote the melody and he sent them out to the guy, and the guy sent him back the music, put them all together, put Charlie's singing on top of it, or I don't know, they went back and forth, whatever. Hired, I think, his wife to do the female vocals, and they did all that themselves. For the song itself, I personally had no part in it. I didn't do anything. But for the video, when it was out, Charlie was talking to one of our mutual friends, Matt, and he had some friends who had the warehouse that we filmed it in. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go this weekend, this Saturday, to film it, and whatever." And Charlie was like, "Well, yeah, Andrew could come," and I was like, "Yes, I could, in fact, go and be there." So while he invited me, I said, why don't I do like a bunch of these like things? Like I'll wear the suit, I'll wear sunglasses,
Yeah.
I'll bring a whole bunch of this silly shit. Like the katana was like all my idea because I knew he had it, and I was like, let's bring the katana and we'll do something with it, and like we'll bring all the dumb instruments like the trumpet and all this stuff. Because originally it was just we were going to go to the warehouse, film it like a 2000s rock band music video, and that's it. So my contribution to the video was a lot of the comedic ideas where,
Uh,
like, the guys filming the video had a few that got either cut or, like, are just in there for a second, but I was like, "Yeah, bring the trumpet and I'll play it. Do this and that with this thing." The base of the video is Charlie's idea, though, like, the anime pillow as the drummer, the, mannequin, a lot of that stuff, but I was the guy who was like, "Yeah, have me holding a sword. Maybe when we're on the roof, I could be, like, texting. That'd be funny." And yeah, the contribution I did for the most part was showing up and just telling a bunch of things they could film. And
yeah, wait, also one more thing. Were you the guy who thought of putting the anime pillow like at the beginning, like when you guys were setting up? Was that your idea too?
no, no, the anime pillow and the mannequin were either Charlie's or the guys filming the video. I don't remember specifically. The things I contributed were me playing the bunch of different instruments and like the sword and the fucking. Oh, I just realized there's a part where I'm playing the piano that I think got cut, where I'm playing this like really broken old school piano they had and just mashing
Oh,
it really hard. Um, I contributed that idea. I contributed some of the ideas for when we were on the roof. It was my idea to wear the suit to the video because I thought it would look funny.
yeah, it
Um,
was. That's what made me
yeah.
laugh the most.
Oh,
Like you just
oh,
like you were just like looking like into space, like you were just like rubbing your hand against the
yeah,
guitar.
yeah. That was a joint idea from him and I where I would just be like deadpan the entire video. It was also a joint idea where we would switch instruments. A lot of people don't notice halfway through the music video, I'm playing guitar and he's playing bass, and that's not how it starts. Um, it was just kind of like my big contribution. I had nothing to do with the song itself, but the music video, he and I just bounced a lot of comedic ideas back and forth while we were filming it for extra stuff to throw in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I did.
That's pretty epic. Also, one more thing I wanted to say about like the podcast is that like I feel that you are like the glue of the podcast because like I think Charlie and Kaya and Jackson kind of like introverted, but then you kind of make them like talk. So like
Oh,
also I enjoy
that's
you
so
on the
nice.
podcast. Like you know how people like hate against you on the podcast. I actually kind of enjoy when you speak because like you said before, you provide the questions.
Right. I mean, well, thank you. That's very nice.
Also one more thing. Can you like say something for my friend? He's actually a huge fan, but he wasn't able to make it.
Sure, sure.
Like his name is Eli or Saltine. You can call him either one of those.
All right. Just anything you want.
Like hold up, actually hold up.
Sure.
Can you say this for him?
Yeah.
Hey, can you say
Depends
Saltine?
on what it is.
Okay,
Depends
okay,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Saltine, you dummy thick.
Saltine, you're dummy thick.
Okay, thank you, Andrew.
Yeah,
I
you
like
got it.
your videos and the official podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's so nice.
Okay.
That's
I
awesome. Yeah.
appreciate that. Thanks for your
Thank you,
questions.
man.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care. What a nice
Bring
wholesome
in
man.
another.
Yep. Oh, dude, thank God, precious. Thank
Oh, it's
God,
Precious.
precious.
Oh, Precious is the best Frenchman I've ever known.
Thank
And by that I
God,
mean the
precious.
only
Hey,
French
what's up,
Frenchman.
Andrew?
Hello.
It's been a while.
It actually, yeah. Where have you been? Actually, now that I think about it.
Well, I should to come up to your stream. That's one. But I stopped my Patreon donation because I was tight on money back then, and I never
Oh,
really
right.
reinstated it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I feel like you've just been kind of dipping in and out a lot lately.
Yeah, mostly.
Nah, that's
So
fine.
here's my question, Andrew.
Sure. Yes, hit me.
What is the most whack real Florida man article that you've seen?
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh
that's funny
man.
because I live in Florida as
Um.
well.
Oh man. Oh well, then Champagne, you can relate to it. There's two. There's two that I always go to. There's two that I always go to. My favorite, because I don't think it's as entertaining as my most fucked up, but I love it, is Florida man breaks out of jail to hang out with his friends. That's my favorite. That just tickles me in all the right places.
It's kind of awesome, actually.
It's great.
Yeah, that's awesome, yeah.
It's an underdog story.
Yeah.
But the most whack one I've ever seen, which is also one of my favorites, is oh god, I gotta remember the exact headline. Let me see if I can Google it real quick. Because I don't want to misquote it, but if I can't, I'll just go ahead and say it. Okay, yeah. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with this article. The title is very boring. It's just Florida man caught having sex with alligator. Now,
Okay. I mean,
that's kind of
that's pretty Florida man, actually.
it is Florida man, but it doesn't give you the whole context of why I like that article because it comes with photos. And in the photo of the alligator, the man has duct taped its mouth shut,
What the
duct
fuck?
taped 2 pillows over its head so it can't see or fight back, and has duct taped its hands, its tiny little alligator hands, behind its back.
He's a rapist. He's an
I,
actual
I,
rapist.
I think
Yeah.
this man got a
And-
domination problem or something like that.
And what makes it even funnier is when they take a quote from him, he said, like, to the alligator while he was doing this, he was saying, like, you tried to kill me, make me your bitch, now I'll make you my bitch.
Yeah, I think like dude has issues.
Oh, absolutely. But it's just such a next level Florida man that it gets me every time I see it.
What a champ. What a fucking champ.
An
Bless him.
actual mad lad.
Yeah, mad
Oh
lad.
my god. Just like that's just above and beyond the call of the Florida man, in my opinion. Like caught sex with an alligator, fine, that's a Florida man article. But just putting it in a fucking full-on bondage apparatus and talking to it like it's your lover, oh man. That's some next
Delusional.
level shit.
Crazy ass bitch. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So that
So,
that
yeah.
is my answer, Precious. That's my answer.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
So
of
sorry if I
course.
haven't been able to rejoin Patreon for a while, but
Nah, dude, nah. Look, if you really want to support me, donate to my streams instead.
I'm I'm already subscribed to you with Twitch Prime.
Oh, that's perfect.
Very
Hey, man,
cool.
I'll just throw this out there. It's not me begging for money or subs or anything, but the podcast Patreon I got to split 4 ways, whereas
Yeah, it's for
Twitch
sure.
donations I keep for myself. So just think about it. Just think about.
I'll be sure to drop in and tip it a little bit next
I
time.
mean, I just always like seeing you around, man. Don't feel obligated.
It's good to see you.
Up to you. Thanks, Precious.
Okay, I was waiting for him to
Okay.
DC. There we go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Let's drag a Kaya up now. I assume this isn't the real
Yeah,
Kaya.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that's not the real Kaya, but why not?
Kaya?
Kaya in
hello.
quotations. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it sounds just like him. That's Kaya for sure.
Bruh.
Wow.
Well, I'm not the Kaya Orsan, but I am Middle
Ah.
Eastern, and my name is Kaya.
Really? Oh,
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice coincidence.
That's badass.
And I'm also moving to Florida next year.
Oh, don't,
All right,
don't, no.
Now you're tricking me. This is Kaya. This is Kaya Orson. I know it.
Well, maybe.
With a
Who
voice
knows?
changer on.
Yeah.
We can't be sure till next year.
Yeah, until you show up at my fucking door.
Well, I have a few questions to ask.
Sure, go
And
nuts.
one of them is a real throwback.
Okay.
So since it's Minecraft 10th year anniversary,
Yeah.
I had to ask you too. what is your favorite Minecraft block?
Oh baby.
Ooh. I
Ooh
don't have one,
baby.
to be honest, unfortunately.
Oh boy. I think my original answer was obsidian because
That's a
I
cool
just like
block.
I like how it looks and how the name like obsidian. Like obsidian sounds like a fucking World of Warcraft villain. Like that's cool
Yeah,
as
that
shit.
sounds like a cool block.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm gonna stick with it. Obsidian because it just sounds so cool. You know what I mean?
That was a good
Well, I'm
porn
more of
star
a
name.
glowstone. I'm more of a
Glowstone.
glowstone guy, but
Yeah,
yeah, obsidian is pretty cool.
which one is glowstone? Because I played Minecraft back when it was like still coming out, so I don't know a lot of the newer stuff.
It's the block that like glows. I can show you a picture of it.
Whoa, glowstone glows? Fuck me.
Isn't
Okay,
that
Andrew, shut
crazy?
Well,
up.
no, what color is it? Isn't it like a
Here,
green?
I'm gonna send you a
It's gold.
picture.
I'm pretty sure it's gold.
There you
Okay,
go.
yeah. I've been sent to. Oh, I do know that one. Okay, yeah, glowstone's pretty. I like it. Glowstone's a good choice.
Well, my second question is,
Yeah.
you said on the podcast and earlier in the interview that you wanted to produce movies.
Yes.
Well, as a stepping stone to the big screen, why don't you make like small YouTube movies or series on your channel
Mm-hmm.
with not the biggest budget, but a pretty good budget, um, and have that as a stepping stone.
Right. So the answer to that question is I'm waiting for my midlife crisis to kick in when I'm 30. Um, I don't have an excuse. It's just nothing has kicked me in the ass to get out of my comfort zone. Because I think about that a lot. There are like two YouTube videos right now to kind of go with that I've been sitting on that I go, this is going to take months of work, but when it's done, I think it's going to be awesome. And I just have barely started them because there's always that little caveman part of my brain that goes, why would you do that? Why not just make it how it's made that you make in a couple hours? Because it'll get you a bunch of attention and views. And why would you work on that when you could just stream and get donations and people hanging out and have fun? And so to answer that, I think the biggest thing is I just have never been unlazy enough to put in the effort. And it's a big problem I've had with a lot of my creative endeavors where there's always that end game of, man, I would love to have this thing, but fuck, that actually requires me doing something. No thanks. Having said that, though, I do have a couple YouTube skits written down. Like I have a big notepad on my computer of just like, here's a video I should make, here's a funny joke, here's this and that. And I have a couple I want to do. So I don't know. I wouldn't rule out that happening in the future, but to answer the question of why haven't I done it yet, I have no excuse. I'm just either lazy or doing other things or just my rat brain which wants lowest amount of work for highest amount of reward is just not committed enough.
Well, I'll be waiting till that comes out soon,
Oh, well, thank
hopefully.
you, thank you. I think also if you want a realer answer, or rather a real addendum to it, I'm also afraid of failing in that department because I've worked up such a good standing block of what I do already, and I know I'm good at it, and I know what I can accomplish. But then to do radical genre shifts, like for skits or movies or music, I'm kind of like, man, if this fails, everyone's gonna fucking hate it. So you know in this time of turmoil when I'm trying to build up what I'm doing to be the most popular and respected and liked that it can be, taking risks is scary. It's frightening. It's hard.
Well, yeah, I can understand that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And my last question,
Sure.
Pepper Parade, is it coming back?
Oh
That
God.
episode inspired me to get up and go drive all the way to the store and buy this pack of Korean hot noodles that apparently had ghost peppers in them
Oh
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
and down them.
Yikes.
It
How'd that
was,
go?
yeah.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was terrible.
Wow, Korean ghost
Maniac.
pepper noodles. Oh man, I think I see. Oh, this shit. Was it called oh God, what's the fucking brand here? Because they're like the noodles that are like black, right? Is that what you got?
Um, well, the ones I got were red, but there
Okay.
was black ones on the shelf, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember when they came out, there was a big buzz about like ghost pepper noodles, and they were just pure black, and it like looked fucking terrifying.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it really is.
yeah. The pepper parade is always a like mixed bag of how do I describe this? It's a mixed bag of intentions. So I hate it, but at the end of the day, I'll do it because it's entertaining and it's fun. But it ruins my day. Let's not mince words. When I do a pepper parade, my day is ruined. I am just miserable and in pain for the rest of it. Charlie, the thing that the three of us, I think, for him is we want him to go harder because the last two pepper parades he did what jalapenos like shit like that. It's like to me that's not worth it. Kaya well, like he's all on board. He's totally doing it. He's literally breeding his own fucking super peppers right now to do it. And Jackson, I think, is up in the air to do it. But if we convince him enough to do it, he'll do it. Um, so it as to answer when it's coming out, I couldn't tell you. We don't currently have plans to do another one, but I don't think any of us are completely against doing it again. That's probably where I would leave it. It could
Well,
happen.
yeah. Well, I'll be waiting for that too with my pack of Korean
Oh
noodles.
yeah, I'm hoping if we do when we do it again, we'll announce it way ahead of time so we can get like a big just group of everyone listening eating alongside us their hot peppers, just going through that
Ooh, that
pain.
would, yeah, that
'Cause
would be a
it
great
fucking
idea.
it fucking sucks, man. Like before I had ever even done it once, I went, it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be bad, but I can take it. And let me tell you, it fucking sucks. It just fucking sucks. It's not
Well,
fun.
trust me, I know. I've been there too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you did ghost pepper noodles. That's probably not very fun if you don't like spicy food. But yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
not good. Go continue.
Oh, the
Sorry.
only thing is like the problem with when are things on the podcast going to happen is at the end of the day I can't give definitive answers because you remember it's a committee decision. Like I could want a pepper parade right now and go, guys, let's do a pepper parade. But if they say no, it's not going to happen, or I'd have to talk them into it. So it's hard to give a definitive if slash when it will happen without knowing their thoughts on doing another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. But
Well, thank you for answering my questions.
thank you
And
for coming in and listening and telling me fun questions.
Yeah,
well,
we
I hope you
appreciate it,
two
man.
have, yeah, I hope you two have an amazing day.
Oh, I
Thank you,
always
you
do,
too,
my
man.
friend. Don't worry. Are
Bless
we
his
pulling
heart.
any more?
Yeah, we'll pull these last four, and then I'll ask you the last question, and that'll be it for the interview.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Level?
Level, I
Level?
like your icon.
Hello, hello.
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 Eh,
Oh,
Hello.
wait, is he lagging?
Maybe a little.
Am I lagging badly?
Oh no,
Sorry,
now
hold
you're
on.
good. Now you're good.
No,
All
you're
right, all
okay now. Yeah.
right. Your streams and the podcast giving me endless hours of entertainment.
Oh,
They're
thank
great.
you. Thank you.
You mentioned earlier with the films question
Yes.
that you would kind of get like afraid of failing with sending out like a film or a new idea or something. Do you get nervous when doing like a new idea for a stream or sending out a video on YouTube?
Hmm. Trying to think of the best way to word this. I think it's not nerves as much it is I either know or I don't care. And I'll explain that because that just sounds like I have fucking dyslexia or something. So at this point in time, I'll give some backstory for the people out there who actually don't know this truth. For 2 straight years, and you can look it up on Social Blade, my channel lost subscribers. I got up to about 32,000, I think, and then it just went down and down and down until I bottomed out at I think about 15,000. And it wasn't from lack of trying. I was making videos, I was uploading regularly, I was trying new stuff, and I just think nothing I was doing was working or was popular at the time or any of that shit. And it just kept happening. So with my YouTube now, and it's part of the reason I don't like to venture that far out of my comfort zone, I'm afraid of that happening again. or I'm afraid of this 15 minutes of fame that I'm riding or this upswing just stopping. And even if I ever reach that point where it's like, "Oh man, you're too big to fail," or "Oh, everyone knows that your stuff is good," or "Oh, hey, that was shit, but the next one will be good." We're willing to stick into that. There's always that little voice in my brain that goes, "This is it. This is the end. This is where it all stops. Be prepared because everyone's going to start hating it. You're gonna lose all your subs and your content's not working and you're not popular." Like there's always that voice. So for YouTube specifically, and it kind of applies to streams, and it applies to basically all my internet stuff, but it's mostly towards YouTube. I have two types of content I put out. I have content that I believe is safe, and I have content that either will or won't work. So, for example, how it's made, Unwrapped, my parodies that are similar to that. I almost always go, yes, this will work. If this follows the same things, does a little bit of risk, tries new things, doesn't matter. People are going to like it. It's going to be solid. It's what most of them have signed up for. They'll like it. Good example. Look at Game of Thrones right now. Even if the current season is shit, millions of people are still watching it
They're just
because
gonna keep going.
exactly, because it's not like every episode has been Jon Snow becoming a Power Ranger and flying around the Earth. Because at the end of the day, they're giving them what they expect. Whether or not it's good or bad, it's still Game of Thrones. So a lot of my videos, whether or not they're your specific favorite, they're still hitting these like check boxes of what I believe, yes, this will always work, or yes, this will always, at some degree, be good. The other half is like this binary system of when I make a video, I either think it will or it won't work. For example, my Rule 34 montages where I play porn parody games and commentate on them. I did that at the very beginning just to be silly and a dumb idea. And I went, maybe people will like this, but I think this is hilarious. I think this is so stupid. And it turns out that later in life, they got put in the algorithm and did really well, and people like them. But that was one where, while I don't get nervous, I don't think I ever get nervous putting out videos. In the back of my mind, I go, "This could fucking bomb. This could just suck. This could fuck me over." So while I don't get nervous, there are definite times uploading videos I get cautious or defensive, or I get kinda guarded. And, like, sometimes a lot of the time when I upload them, I will upload them and I will just immediately throw myself into something else because I just don't like, I don't wanna watch. I don't wanna look at the view count going up. I don't wanna read the feedback. I don't wanna see the reception because it very well could suck. So it's like, I'll throw up the video and I go, "Okay, for the next hour, I'm gonna play PlayStation because I don't wanna be checking my computer. I don't wanna check my YouTube. I don't even wanna know I put up a video." Because there's that whole, like, a train's about to crash and you cover your eyes because you just can't watch. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So it's
And I was
not. Sorry, go ahead.
gonna say, and I respect that even with that in the back of your head, that you're still willing to go like new places on your channel. Because I know I really enjoyed stuff like the R34 showcase and things like that.
Mhm. Yeah. Again, I try to vary it up because I also don't wanna be stale. I mean, as popular as How It's Made and all those others are now, I can't do that forever and expect people to care. I can maybe sprinkle it in here and there. And right now I'm riding the popularity wave it has, but I mean in a year, honestly, how strong is that going to keep going? How many jokes can I really make about it without repeating myself? Um so I yeah, I don't get nervous on it and I do try to do new stuff, but whenever I try to do things that deviate from the formula, there is always that underlying concern, that underlying, well, this could just suck. There's a real possibility I have to be prepared for that this could be the video that ruins my channel. Um, the only time I do actually get nervous is when it is a big project. So if I haven't done it in a while, but if I work on a video for 3 months and it's done, or if I've been setting up something for a stream and I premiere it one night, then I'm like, okay, this whatever. Like for example, on streaming, I only in the last couple months started using a green screen and a new lighting setup, and I was like pissing my pants before that stream started to unveil it because I was like, well, what if I have this set up wrong? What if it actually looks like shit? What if it's not working right? That's when I get nervous. when something is like new and I've been building up to it and I've been working on it and it's that final moment of it's done, go, let it in the wild. So that's really when the nerves would come out.
Gotta be the most exhilarating feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exhilaration tied into nerves because I'm also a perfectionist at the end of the day, even though a lot of my style is sloppy and uncaring. So it's like if that one little thing goes wrong, I just lose my fucking mind. I'm like, no, I prepared for this. How? Why? Please. Like even when I'm streaming, if my stream because of internet, something I can't control, goes down for 30 seconds, I'm like losing my shit. I'm like livid. So that's where the nerves come from. Just feeling unprepared or like I've done it wrong or it's not gonna work.
I know how it is. Like putting your like heart and soul into something. It's like if one thing messes up, it's gonna. Oh
Yeah.
man. But
You all right? Yeah.
thank you for having. It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man. I
So
do appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for having this interview with me. It's been interesting. And
Yeah, of
before I
course.
go, your streams got me to buy Yakuza 0, and I've been having the
Yes.
time of my life. It has been
Yes. Thank
amazing.
you. Everyone listening now, buy Yakuza 0. It is
Endorse
15
this.
it's 15 fucking dollars on Steam. It is you'll put over 100 hours in it easy. It's incredible.
Get it
It's
right
so
now.
worth it. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, man. Every person I've gotten my roommate from college playing it. I've gotten a bunch of my friends playing it. Every single person I have recommended to it who's actually played it has been like, "This game's so good. It's so much fun. It's the best. It's so good." Oh,
Oh
thank
man.
you for buying it.
Oh, totally. Yeah. No, thank you for showing it to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in love with that series now.
All right. We'll see you too. Uh,
Thank you.
been a great interview.
Thank you,
Thank you.
man. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You too.
What a lovely man. Bless him. All right. Let's drag up Oj or Ogi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oj?
Hello.
Hello. Let me turn you up. You. Oh.
Oh, yeah, no, my mic's really bad.
Ah. Okay.
Um, yeah, so I was gonna ask, what is
Hello.
like your term aspirations for your YouTube channel, like a new series or something like that, like game?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat? I think I cut out for a second. Just the first part.
What are some like short-term aspirations, like new series or like a game you want to play on Twitch?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I actually have a short list of games I want to stream. I'm not going to read through all of it, but half of it is like, oh, I love this game. I want to play it again, and the other half is like, I've never played it before and I want to do it.
Yeah,
My current goal is I want to Nuzlocke run all of the Pokemon games I have not played until the new one comes out on the Switch later this year.
Hmm.
So those will be happening. Streaming. Oh god, I feel like there was a high concept stream or two that I wanted to do, but I'm still toying around with that. Not great. All right, I'll go ahead and give you. Let's see. I wrote these down somewhere. There's two high impact videos on my channel, maybe three. No, three. There's three videos for YouTube that are long style projects where I need to learn like video effects and all sorts of like techniques I don't know how to do that I've barely started on all of them because again they're going to take a long time, but they're definitely ones I want to do at one point. The first one I don't want to spoil because it's the one that would come out first, and I feel like if I say what it is, it would kind of ruin a lot of the surprise of it.
yeah.
But the other two, the first one is I want to make a montage of the most violent and gruesome things in video games I can think of set to children's music. Um, Set to like Katamari Damacy music and shit, but like just an image of just nothing but horrible violence over and over, and then it gets stylized so it's like I want Sub-Zero pulling out a guy's spine, but when he yanks his head off, like flowers spurt out and shit. Like censored violence to like a cutesy cartoon kids kind of feel.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But you can clearly tell
Yeah.
what they're doing to each other. Like the scene in Dead Space 2 where the needle gets jammed in his eye. Like, but as soon as that happens, maybe like cut to like an ad for soda or something.
Yeah.
Uh, if you know my friend Mountain Dew, who
Uh-huh.
makes those like really stylized shit posty kind of stuff, something like that, but as a montage. With just like a lot of graphics and 3D fun bullshit. So that's one that I want to do. That I already know what song I want to use and visuals. The other one is I made a anime music video to King of the Hill like
I,
6 years
I've
ago.
seen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to remake that now that I actually know how to edit and am very good at it. And I wanna instead of making it in a day, which I did back then, I wanna spend like a week or two and make it like really, really good, like those actual like professional quality anime music videos you've seen in the past where
Yeah.
they have like filters and transitions and shit. And I want to do that for King of the Hill and just remake that.
Wasn't that copyright strike? Because it's on Vimeo or
Yes.
something.
So it's blocked worldwide by Fox because Fox can go fuck themselves. So it's now on Vimeo. So what I'm going to do to get around that is in this newest version, I'm going to have a different camera angle or filter on every single shot.
No, nice.
So the entire thing from start to finish, and that's again why I haven't started it because that's a lot of work. But I want it to be where like no computer on earth could tell it's King of the Hill, but you watching it will easily see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, what got you into like playing music, and what music do you like?
Okay. So I'll answer the second one first because that's easy.
Yeah.
My favorite musician of all time ever is Devin Townsend. The man is a fucking god and a genius, and I believe him to be one of the most talented musicians in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
I can't recommend him highly enough. I'm also a big fan of They Might Be Giants. Very, very big fan of a lot of their stuff, partially because I grew up with it, but partially because they just don't sound like any other band. Beyond that, I more so just kind of listen to individual albums and bands as opposed to genres. Like I'll listen to any genre, but it's more bands that tickle my fancy and whatever I feel like listening to at the moment. Uh, for that, I was actually just at one point, if I could figure out how to do it easily, just going to export my playlist and just put it on Twitter. Be like, here you go. Here's what I like. So rather than dive into individual shit.
Yeah.
So why I want to do music though is it goes in that same genre of I want to show that I'm better and I have ideas out there that I want to get out there. So it's like I'll use an example. I hate most modern rap, not
Uh-huh.
because I'm of that like personality type where it's like rap is crap and it's shit and it's all just misogynist and shitty and it's bad. It's like no. There's plenty of good rap out there. There are plenty of good rappers. But I think current rap trends are just shit. And the music that's coming out of it is just shit. So
Yeah.
part of me wants to make like a hip hop rap song, which me saying that sounds like the lamest thing on earth, but one where it's like, look, this is what I think would be good. Yeah, you might not like it, but this to me is quality. I don't know. So it's coming from that place of, this sucks. Look, I can do this better. This is garbage. Well, why don't you do it? Okay, I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the music thing is just also an exploration of doing things no one's ever done before.
Mhm.
Where I have a bunch of ideas for songs and sounds and not messages, but oh god, what's the fucking what's the term like meanings to songs that I
Yeah.
just haven't seen anywhere else. So I want to be the one to do it.
Oh,
And
no.
I also have a friend who has a degree in audio production that I went to college with, so he's on board. So I went, it could be something fun that we could do together, like pals.
Oh, thanks. I like your streams a lot.
Oh well,
So yeah.
thank you, Ogie.
Bless his heart. What a nice man.
What a nice guy.
All right, we'll take these last three, and then that'll be it for the call-ins.
Sounds good. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. Singe?
Oh, it's
Hello
Singe.
there.
It's fucking Singe. God damn it. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
My
Hi.
throat's
I'm a
getting
little
dry, but
nervous.
I'm pounding through it. Let's do it, baby.
Don't
Well,
have
I just
water.
wanted to.
Oh, I do, but I ran out.
Damn.
So, I'll just say that after listening to this interview, I've noticed that Champy is a good interviewer, and I'm going to be looking forward to his other interviews coming
Well,
up
thank
soon.
you. That's
Oh, that's so
wholesome.
nice.
That's wholesome. Thank you.
And like everyone else says, Andrew's streams are one of the best streams on Twitch.
Oh,
But one of my questions I thought of was, why is Domino's so high up on your tier list?
You
That's a good
motherfucker.
question. Domino's is not very good. Now, is it, Andrew?
So
I'll argue that Domino's is worse than Little Caesars.
So
well, I've never
no,
tried Little
no,
Caesars.
that's fucking wrong, man. Let me tell you, I had Little Caesars about a month ago. It was terrible. It was just god awful. Um, you know what? This has a simple explanation. In my brain, I always went Papa John's is better than Domino's, is better than Pizza Hut, is better than Little Caesars, and I wasn't gonna put any of them in A or S tier, so I just went down the chain. Simple as that.
Okay,
Really
that's
all there is to it, yeah. Like, you could probably easily put them all in the same tier or closer together, but I just wanted to express that that's the chain of command in fast food pizza to me.
I'll just say that after a while, when you eat fast food pizza, it all tastes the same no matter what you eat.
Oh, I mean, pizza's pizza, man. I'm not that picky. I'll still definitely eat Little Caesars. I'll eat any of that shit. Hell, I put Popeyes in D tier. I'll eat Popeyes. It's fine. I'll eat anything on there. I'll eat KFC and Burger King. I won't like it, but I'll eat it. Yeah.
And a second question I had is, are you ever? Fuck, I forgot the question.
Am
I'm
I
kind of
ever
nervous.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a real controversial question, but top 3 favorite fruit. Very controversial, I know. Uh, you can ban me afterwards. It's very controversial, I know.
Bananas,
I agree.
followed by strawberries,
I agree.
followed by there's an unusual fruit in there that I love. Oh god, what is it? It's like an out of right field choice, but goddamn is it good. Ooh, I'm gonna Google weird fruits and I'm gonna see what comes up.
Dragon fruit.
I'm gonna get nothing but
Dragon fruit.
no, I've never actually had dragon fruit.
I've had it. It's
I don't even know what that is.
Let's see.
it's like a very what I would consider citrusy type fruit.
15 unusual fruits. Here we go. Fuck yeah. Now we're in there.
Wow, I can't believe you, Andrew. You fucking put that poor, nice man in timeout. Are you shitting me? Come on now. Fuck off.
I did? When?
No, my friend Andrew. He's a mod in the chat. And he put Axe World in timeout because he said only the best, most handsome, and manliest streamer of all time when he was talking about me.
What I've always
no,
been.
no, he was talking about me though.
No,
Andrew.
he's not though.
No, he was. I can't believe it, Andrew. You're like abusing your powers right now. You fuck.
I'm sorry. I can't think of a third. Oh wait, lemons are fruits. Lemon.
There
you go.
I agree with 2 out of 3 of those.
Dude,
but I'm not
lemon is fucking sweet. Maybe not to eat straight up, but like lemon flavoring, lemon added to water and food. Fuck yeah, I love lemons. Fuck yeah. People don't respect lemon.
Lemon's alright, just like you said, not to eat straight up, but
yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you letting me call in.
Yeah, of course, man.
Of course.
You keep up the good work, Andrew, and I'll see you on your streams or videos. And you all have a good day.
You too, man. Thank you so much. Take care. One nice man. He said, y'all both are butt fuck ugly. Only reason Huggbees is probably better is because he has an excellent name.
I have an excellent everything, man.
Yeah, it's because his name's Andrew too. Haha. Very nice, very nice.
Woohoo! All right, we got 2 more.
All right, 2 more, big dog. Sketch
Hit it.
screen. Sketch screen.
What up?
Hey
Hello.
man, how's it going?
Close your video.
I'm sorry, what?
I think he said he has to close the live stream.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Epic. Okay.
Hi.
There we go.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Any questions, sketch screen?
First, Jesus Christ, why am I still nervous when coming out?
Don't worry
Okay,
about
man.
it, dude.
It's okay. Don't sweat it. No worries.
It's all
No
good.
rush.
I'm a
done
man.
this several times, so I shouldn't be this nervous.
It's
I'm
okay,
a
man.
normal human. Don't
Take
worry
it
about
easy.
it.
Yeah, we're normal
if
people.
it makes you feel any better, I took a big poop right before this interview, so I'm a normal human being. Don't
Hell
worry.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But luckily, I have questions written down. So,
Oh fuck yeah.
Very nice.
So, question for Champy.
Yeah.
Why do you have a Discord, a a Minecraft Discord icon.
That's a wonderful question. I'm so glad you asked that. This is a big old fat throwback to my old Minecraft channel called Quacker Kit. And this was one of the profile pictures that I used for the channel. Yeah. And I found it on an old Dropbox account of mine the other day, and I was like, I have to make this my Discord profile picture, and yeah, that was it.
You're an acre man.
What was your next one?
Good acre man. Oh yeah. Question one for Huggies.
That's
How did
me.
you meet Charlie, Kaya, and Jackson?
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop the Jackson and Kaya question because I met them through the podcast.
Oh.
I was introduced to them through Charlie when we were setting up the podcast. As for yeah, it's a boring story, I know, but yeah, the episode 1 of the podcast was filmed literally like the day after we'd all met. So, um as for Charlie, to make a very long story short, because I think actually on the podcast itself I've told this story. It was back when I was doing Call of Duty as the lone noob. I made a video that made fun of a bunch of Call of Duty YouTubers, and one of the people in it that I made fun of was Charlie. And later that day, when it went up, he messaged me on Xbox to play Call of Duty, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's actually him! I'm gonna play Call of Duty with Critical." Oh, and after we had played on Xbox for like 6 months or some long amount of time, I went, "Charlie, where do you live?" And he was like, "Tampa." And I went, "Oh, I'm 2 hours away." And then we met up in person, hung out, and started an actual big boy friendship.
That's
And that was
adorable.
that.
That's wholesome.
It was very, very circumstantial. Like I was in the right place at the right time and happened to
Right.
live close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more
So that's
sketch
how
screen?
that happened.
Question two.
Yeah.
You mentioned Game of Thrones and speaking about your interest in making movies, and
Uh-huh.
I'm curious, what are your favorite TV shows? Um,
Ooh.
Shabby, you can jump in because I think the interviewer should be part of the conversation.
Oh, that's adorable. I
That's
don't
so
watch
great.
TV, so I can't I can't offer an opinion,
Then move over,
unfortunately.
bitch boy.
Wow. Okay.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I don't watch TV, but I download shows I want to watch. My favorite of all time is Breaking
That's
Bad.
just, oh,
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a better show than Breaking Bad, both objectively and to what I like. I liked the third first half of Game of Thrones when it was new. I was loving it. I was super into it. But my favorite shows of all time. I'm trying to think of like live action shows and not just cartoons because I've answered cartoons a billion times. Always Sunny is one of my favorite shows ever made. Uh, that show's fantastic. Wilfred, that's been finished for a couple years now, but Wilfred
oh, great.
is
What's that?
it's got Elijah Wood in it. It's also on FX, like Always Sunny. It's about a man who he sees his neighbor's dog as a man in a dog costume, and it's just a very like different show. It stars Elijah Wood, you know the fucking
Yeah,
Frodo, Mister
yeah, I
Frodo.
know him.
And at first I was like, it's kind of boring, but by the third or fourth episode, it just does really different and interesting things compared to like typical, just kind of drama comedies, or it's more comedy than a drama. And I just really, really liked how it went. So Wilfred is another really good one. Let's see. Probably my favorite show of all time, maybe even beating out Breaking Bad, is Malcolm in the Middle because
Oh, I
god damn, Malcolm in the Middle is an amazing show.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it the whole thing used to be on Netflix and I think it went down a couple months ago, unfortunately. But Malcolm in the Middle is a fucking awesome show. I've seen it I think 8 times all the way through, no exaggeration. Um let's see. Regular old shows. The problem is I just watch fucking cartoons and YouTube videos all the time
Same.
if I'm going to watch TV shows. I feel like there was one more that I'm missing that I was really into.
Well, I want to talk about a TV show, but I'll go after you.
No. By all means, my top 3 is probably Malcolm in the Middle, Always Sunny, and Breaking Bad. So there you go.
I heard all those are great.
Oh, they are all
Malcolm was
fantastic.
great.
So go ahead, talk about yours.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about a show I've been watching constantly since like probably February a few months ago. Like, have you ever seen the Venture Brothers?
You know, I believe I have seen all of the Venture Brothers.
Oh, what do you think of it?
I fucking love it. I think it
Yeah,
has some
it's
of the
awesome.
I think it's got some of the wittiest writing in all of TV.
I I think it's probably my favorite adult animated show by far.
It's fucking brilliant, both as a parody and a standalone thing. I love the Venture Brothers, man.
Yeah.
A+.
Hey, Shabby, have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm so uncultured when it comes to television. I've barely watched anything.
Do it. It's great.
I would recommend Venture Brothers for sure.
Yeah, I might. Maybe.
It's literally the best thing that Adult Swim has ever put out, alongside the Boondocks and Aqua Teen.
Oh, you know,
I mean, alongside Rick and Morty.
I would have put
Oh,
Boondocks up there, but then that newest season came out, man. But yeah, Boondocks was king. I would probably say with you that Venture Brothers is the best thing they've ever made from an objective standpoint. It's
yeah.
fucking great. Yeah. Did you have any other questions?
Nope, that's all of the questions.
Awesome.
Excellent. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you
Thank
calling
you.
in as always.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, of course, man. Take it easy. Have a nice day.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Huggy.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. I'm going to drag Kieran up and then my friend Andrew because he's desperate.
Great. Sounds good.
Oh, Tiernan?
Hello.
Hello, I can hear the stream. There's an echo. Jesus.
Oh, am I echoing? Hold on, I'll try to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to make sure that wouldn't happen when I got in here, but I guess it's just happening anyway.
Let me see. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. Shit. What's up?
Yeah,
How you
nothing
doing?
much. Do you have any questions in mind, Tiernan?
I do, but first, I just want to say, Champ, for giving me the opportunity to come in here and talk to this guy.
Of course,
Hello.
man.
Like every day for like the past 4 months, I've been listening to him and his 3 goober friends talk. So,
Yeah.
shit, I don't actually have like anything really in depth. I'm just gonna try to.
You just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, kinda,
Pause.
dude. I like this guy.
Don't worry about it, man. I've been talking for 2 hours. I wouldn't mind keeping it light.
Yeah, I'll favor then. You gonna stream this weekend at all?
Yeah, probably once this ends and I get some dinner, I'll start up. I
Oh,
might.
Cool.
I'm really enjoying this Q&A format, so I might do the thing where I just doodle in MS Paint and answer questions.
That's
Sick,
adorable.
alright.
Yeah,
Very cool. Andrew, very cool.
yeah, man.
Brofist to that. Anything else, Tiernan?
I wish I had more. Talk to this guy longer, but I don't, unfortunately. So I'll just keep it at.
It's the thought that
I love your
counts.
streams. I love the podcast. Keep up the
Thank
great
you.
work, dude. I really appreciate everything you've done.
I love you too, man.
I love you.
All
Straight
right.
up. Made
Take
my
care.
day.
Good shit.
Take care, guys. I love
You too. Love you. Aw, damn. I think you didn't hear me. That's unfortunate. All right. I'm going to drag the last guy up, Andrew.
Oh
Andrew?
boy, I'm looking forward to this.
Hello.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
And-
You have a fantastic. And two, I wanted to know, did you know that the gun in your profile, the 3 circles and the end? Oof.
All right, hang on. I'm sorry.
You were cutting out like a
he's-
madman.
I'm cutting it
Andrew.
out?
Yeah, you're
Alright,
cutting
fuck.
out like
Here,
crazy.
let me fix that. Did you know
Okay.
that
boy.
in Did you know that in your profile picture,
Yeah.
3 circles on your gun and the end, it looks like it spells oof? Is that a coincidence?
You know what we should do? We should email the developers of Duke Nukem, because that's where the gun is stolen from. So if Duke Nukem was planning on saying "oof" to his enemies, then I guess it's a coincidence. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oof. All right,
Yeah.
this is literally all I want to ask. You made me wait 15 minutes, Jesus.
Well, I
Andrew.
gotta get going.
Can't
Sorry.
believe it, Andrew. Can't
Go
believe
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
Goodbye, Andrew. Goodbye. There we go. I dragged him out.
Sweet, man.
All right. That's it for the call-ins. Thank you, everyone who called in. Do appreciate it. Alrighty, Andrew, last question here to conclude
Hit
the
me.
interview.
Hit me.
So, do you have any plans and goals in mind for your Twitch and your YouTube this year?
For YouTube, currently no. I guess YouTube would be get those bigger projects done and start experimenting more. For Twitch, as unrealistic as it probably is, my ultimate goal is to have about 1,000 viewers per stream.
And you sit at how many
concurrent.
currently?
I usually
Concurrently?
get about 200 per stream.
Okay.
So, but my ultimate goal where I'd feel like, yes, I have beaten Twitch, I am very good at this, is if I sit at about 1,000 viewers per stream.
Right.
So just working towards that. Really, that's my big goal on Twitch right now.
Anything for YouTube or not really?
Nah, just YouTube is kind of eventually get off my ass and start doing the bigger, more silly things that I want to try.
Alright.
Yeah, probably just that.
No like subscriber milestones or anything like that in mind?
You know, I already hit them for God knows how long. It was hit 100,000 subs, and I did that a month or so ago. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm satisfied, honestly.
Oh, nice then. Well,
Yeah.
epic. Alrighty then, Andrew. Well, that concludes the interview here. I do appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank
you so
God, I'm
much.
so hungry. Yeah, thank you. I always love a platform to rant about my stupid shit, and thank you for having me on to ask me questions.
Yeah, of course, man. No problem. Thank you for doing this with me once again. Thank you
Yeah.
to everyone who called in as well. I do very much appreciate that. And even if you just watch the interview, that's epic too. But anyways, that concludes it. If you have enjoyed it, you can go ahead and drop it a like, drop me a sub, follow Andrew and I on Twitter. Andrew's at Huggbees Television or just TV. I'm at ShampyYT. Yeah, I've also got a Discord server that you can join down in the description below. But besides that, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Take care, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.